What's good, guys? This is your boy Primo19, aka Brown to Man, aka Tanki Baba, and you are watching Car Culture. Stay tuned. I've always loved cars. My dad made sure since I was really young, like he surrounded us with a lot of really cool cars, So my dad had a really successful soccer career, and from a young age, he was just like pumping us with really cool cars. I remember he still has a 2000 Ferrari 360 Spider. He used to have the Hummer H2. He's had the 1956 Bel Air. We still have Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds, exact replica. We've seen really cool cars in our time. Actually, I think I have a car story, about Eleanor, because it was my Matric dance car. And it's a two-seater, but the back is very small. So now when we're making the entrance, first of all, because every car in South Africa is set up right-hand drive, it's a left-hand drive. The cameraman was on the wrong side. So they just caught pictures of my dad. Secondly, I popped out of the car. My date stumbled out because now she just came out of the back of a cooler box. The space to get out of this little Mustang is this big. Yeah, so my Matric dance entrance wasn't as cool as I wanted it to be. But that's my story with a really cool car.
Auto or manual?
Manual.
German or Japanese?
German.
Oil or lube?
The inner R&B Mrs. Lube.
What was your first car?
My first car was a Golf Mark 1.
Ferrari or Lambo?
Ooh, Lambo, easy.
Petrol or diesel?
Not diesel, I'm a skinny man, skinny cars, petrol.
Bakkie or SUV?
Give me an SUV.
Speed or handling?
Ooh, speed.
Suicide door or gull wing?
Oh, I love the gull wing.
Hip hop or amapiano?
I grew up on hip hop, but piano all the way.
Safe or sexy?
Can you look at me? I'm very sexy.
What's faster, Uber or taxi?
It's definitely a taxi. Ubers can't maneuver through town like that.
Leather or Alcantara?
Ooh, classic, smooth leather.
Track or open road?
Oh no, give me a track. I love that.
Who do you want to... Yay!
The difference between Kasi car culture and I think suburban car culture is that Kasi car culture is very cool and aesthetic. It's about how cool your car is, how clean your car is. If it's riding low, it's riding low. If it's a 325 IS, does it roar? Do you spin your whip? And then more modern suburban life, it's performance-based. We want to see what kind of engine you have. We want to see the kind of performance you can put up. People want the head turners up in the north. There's people in the Porsche Cayennes. If you're gonna have an SUV, it's gonna be the really nice SUVs. When you hit the Kasi, you're gonna find the trademark, and I don't want to say this and make it sound like it's a negative thing, but you're gonna find a lot of gangster cars. Like, they were just so cool. Like, they sounded so cool. The things that you could do with the 325 IS, it was the customizability of that car. And in the way that they were customizing it. These guys are jumping out of the car while it's spinning. Why would you want to customize it? When are you going to use that in real life? We just really like being cool in South Africa. And you don't expect these cars to be cool. I remember my cousin brought a Cadet home, a drop-top white Cadet. I was like, wait, Opel Cadet? When did this become this cool, But everybody was dying over that car, So that's the hood, cool.
Name 3 noises a car makes.
Vroom, beep, beep, bata.
3 things you have in your car.
A phone, a lighter, and my house keys.
Nice. 3 reasons you'll be late.
I was still getting ready, I didn't eat on time, and I needed to look at myself in the mirror.
3 things to tell your mechanic.
Hey, make a grr, 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 vrr.
Hey! 3 rules people must adhere to in your car.
Don't eat a pie in my car. Don't come in with dirty shoes. Don't slam my doors.
3 things you shouldn't do in a car. nice words to use in road rage.
I'm gonna say my top car music videos in no particular order, because I don't want my friends to come to me and say, well, wasn't my number one. But I think Run Josie, KO, Super Mega, RIP to the Mega. I love how they portrayed the taxi. When he was doing the push-ups on the taxi, when he had my favorite car, I love an SLS. When they had the SLS on Mandela Bridge, I think that for me was just gorgeous.
Man, I therefore I will hurt you. We out here living that Escom life, yeah, we in that power circle. See, all I ever wanted was a peace of mind to speak my mind, the streets are mine, yeah, I ain't even reached my prime.
And I think Karakara, man, come on, Karakara, it was introducing a brand new sound at that time. And they brought it back. They were successful in bringing that culture back at that time, you know? Another person who's really influenced my taste in cars is a friend of mine, Vusi, very close friend of mine, one of my best friends. He has this M135 that just screams, you know, and it's the last M135 that was a straight six, because I think from then they were turbocharged. He kind of taught me, you know, the inner workings of the difference between a straight engine and a turbocharged engine, and that's when I really started getting into car culture. My boy Ntovo has, throughout the years, since varsity, he's had the craziest cars, you know, like every 2 years he was switching cars on us. Oh, we've seen some great cars through my boys, but yeah, those are the guys who've really kind of just shaped my taste and what I like about cars. I didn't ask or pray for friends with cars, but the better you do in life and the more you just focus on being good at what you do and making it affect other people in a really, really good way, you'll attract really nice things, and some of those nice things are really nice cars or friends with really nice cars that will hopefully put you in the front seat.
I like
when
the
they
fact that you're always like, my friends have nice cars, never me.
Yeah, no,
Cars.
it doesn't, no, it's not always about me. My friends have really nice cars, and my friends, that's their passion. Why do you want to expose what I've owned? I'm not a very rich person. I've just been living my life. I've been a humble civilian. My first car was a Mark I Golf. It was black, so I was stopped by the cops almost every day because it looked like I stole it. I wear a beanie or a cap the whole time, and I'm in the back seat when I'm driving, basically. So it was one of the worst cars to have at the time. And then for a while, I actually, very impractical. But I think last year, for the whole year, I was driving an ML63. Big SUV guzzler, loud engine. They remapped it so it sounded really crazy. But yeah, I never want to do that again. That just kind of turned me off.
But why?
It was so expensive. Petrol is not cheap these days.
My relationship with taxi drivers is very complicated because my dad raised me with that. When I think of taxi drivers, I think of like highly disciplined people. Because my dad woke up at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. every single day. There was no other way for him to feel like he was still going, you know? When I think of car culture, I think of that because it wasn't just my culture, it was my home.